big, 20 points, 8 of 14 shooting, really had that aggressive approach out of the gate, scored the first 4 points here for the Bucks here tonight. Steve Novak leads it behind to Melanie Ricks with you on the sideline. As we begin the fourth quarter, 81-73. And the Bucks for the first time outscored the Knicks in the quarter, 24-21 in the third. Anunoby. Giannis begins on the bench in the fourth quarter, is expected with his 5 personal fouls, and that's also been the routine here for the Bucks and Giannis. Brooke of a careless handoff there for Gary Trent. New York was using a challenge in the
with a call he did not like, getting delay a game, and because of the delay a game, you can't challenge because it is a very sneaky tactic.
Yeah, squeezes out for AJ Green. So because the Knicks were ruled for a delay of game, they couldn't challenge after that. So the Knicks still do have their challenge. Anunoby, that's a deep 3. And the lead now is 13 here for New York. Brook Lopez leading it with 7 points.
Yeah, and that's a big bucket. I mean, trying to, against the last few buckets, that's a shoulder right there in AJ's face. Looked like he leaned into him.
Anunoby, someone for...
This Bucks team needs to have Giannis as the magnetic presence out there to draw the defense and to make things happen. But nice out right.
Kevin Porter Jr., that's his first points tonight, coming off the bench. OG Anunoby's got the ball right now. He's got the last 7 points for New York.
Matchup first, talk, stop.
He goes in sometime between. Anunoby's got 9 points, the last 9, and all 9 points for New York in this quarter. AJ Green can't get the shot. Collect to Josh Hart. And a trip to the bench. Landry Shaman only averages 4 points. He's got 7.
Well, we joke about the rotations for this Knicks team and the minutes that the starters play, but you got to think, Gary Trent Knight, if you're DeLon Wright, if you're Tyler Cole, if you're Shaman, you haven't been playing. You finally, there's some injuries, some opportunity. You do it. You play with a chip on your shoulder. You come out, letting that thing fly, trying to earn some more minutes, and it seems to be working.
Kolek again to Shaman. Boy. This has been the biggest story here. Points off turnovers, as well as second chance points. With that -10 rebounding advantage here tonight. Giannis takes a shot after sitting on the bench. His first shot cold here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you can just sense with those 5 fouls, just under 9 minutes, needing to be aggressive, and Giannis having to be smart. At this point, it seems to be slipping away.
Now with 12 points here in the quarter. You got the first 9 points here for the Knicks in the quarter. Now this is the largest deficit. Cuts into the defense. Tyler Kolek spinning out of trouble with the 5 fouls.
Oh, and especially because although Tyler's a rookie, he just turned 20. AJ, he's super careful.
Shaka's got like split loyalties. You know, his player of the year is on the Knicks, but I know he's a big Bucks fan and a Doc Rivers fan.
Yeah, there's got to be a special bond between a coach like Shaka and Tyler, the success they had together. And as Tyler's developed, look at how much better he's gotten. I think it's a bit of a celebration for him to watch him out here, but not against his Bucks.
101-87 now. Giannis another 20-point game. Giannis was listed as questionable with a left foot sprain injury. Took part at shoot-around, went through his pregame warm-up, and started here tonight. Well, normally it's good when the Bucks are this efficient. Tonight they're 54%, and in that kind of situation, they're 12-1 on the season. But they're trailing by double figures for a majority of the game here tonight. As we've talked about, because of turnovers and second chance points. Giannis, very much, yeah, 18 points for Ryan Rollins, so he's gone back-to-back with career-high games. 17 points he had against Denver, 18 points here tonight. Ow, AJ for sure. You were feeling it for him.
Anunoby at 6'7", 240, 100 miles per hour, puts his knee up. I was like, something's got to be hurt.
And you heard Craig. I mean, 83 shot attempts for the Knicks to 64 shot attempts for the Bucks tonight.
Yeah, that is the stat that I think shows you why it's hard to be in the lead when you shoot that few.
Hart didn't even need to pump fake. There was no one around him.
I feel like he was just rubbing it in a little bit, how open he was in that dunker spot. They keep moving. They really do. They move bodies well on the offensive end. They keep looking for each other. It's coming apart a little bit right here, but some of the physicality, I think, with the undersized bigs a little bit, and I guess it's not really fair to call OG and Anunoby an undersized big, but defensively, just look at Mikal Bridges. You got Hart out there. OG, those guys and their versatility, I think it's just worn down when you look at the steals and turnovers, the offensive boards,
it's a big reason why you miss Bobby Portis and Jericho Sims. A lot of people forget about that piece. Jericho is not going to give you a lot of scoring, but he didn't need to give you scoring on this team. He was a screener and a rebounder off the bench.
Keeping it within range. You get a few good defensive possessions, get a turnover or two, get a couple easy ones, maybe get a couple free throws with the clock stopped. So you could be right back in this, keeping it close enough.
Stepping on the baseline, 25-game suspension out of using a banned substance determined by the league. He'll be back in Minnesota April 8th. That's the first game that he can come back. Ryan Rollins was in for the first time in his career. Ryan Rollins has got a 20-point game.
And he's really been building towards that. I feel like with the way he's been playing, watching him game in and game out, you're almost not surprised that he's having a game like that because he's really showed what a player he is.
Giannis saw 5 fouls of him. And that's tough.
What an effort to get up there on a second jump like that.
So Giannis is going to dribble in for the three-point attempt. He's taken 47 attempts from three all season long. He's taken 3 attempts here tonight. Bridges leaves it short. The pensive face of Tom Thibodeau. Maybe this will make him crack a smile. Another turnover force. 16 in the game here for the Bucks. And more points on bounds. Now with 14 points. Couple of possessions. 4 of them here tonight. 14 points in the game.
And as he's been consistent shooting, it just seems like got to continue to hunt those shots and find Gary Trent.
Story, a play in this game. I mean, stranger things have happened. You can get some hot shooters here. Here's Giannis working off the screen from. Important.
Good things have happened, and now you just got to take some chances, go for steals, be aggressive. So you have to follow these guys and put them at the line, and you're looking for the best available shot, but preferably free throws and threes.
Yeah, it's a 10-point game. Karl-Anthony Towns to a back-cutting Anunoby, and Giannis just had to let him go, and he takes it to himself. A gift from Anunoby by missing that shot. Gary Trent Jr.'s had the hot hand. Oh, Bucks needed that.
Yeah, that would have been big. And you can see it was 5 on 4. Giannis running point, getting it to the guy who had just made a few in a row, so you'll take that every time, but now running out of time.
Bridges driving. Giannis deflects the pass. Anunoby still has it and lays it in. Gary Trent Jr., they're going to go his way. Can't find it the last couple times.
Oh, really good execution, good draw by Doc to come out of that. Get a good look for him. He's missed a couple, but he's also been the guy making shots to keep it feeling like it's possible.
Doc has talked about, focusing on after timeout execution, not just making the shot, but just, generating the play to create the shot. Pouring it in here for the Knicks. He's got 26. That's just trying
to be a tech. Definitely like the no call, but it's not going to be enough.
The Bucks emptying their bench now, and they'll look ahead to Sunday's showdown against Atlanta. Again, it'll be interesting to follow really the 3 through 6 seeding here in the Eastern Conference. Playoffs were to start today, and the 3 seed, the Knicks, against the 6 seed, the Milwaukee Bucks. Giannis. He tried to stop the clock, actually.
That's the one time he actually wanted to foul. It would have been a 6, and they wouldn't give it to him.
They didn't give it to him.
A little bit of irony in that one, I guess.
Yeah, Giannis was trying to get out of this game. That's another 30-point game. Tyler Smith hasn't going to waste any time.
Yeah, I think we've certainly covered it. The field goal attempts in this game, it is the story. It has to do with turning the ball over, being